Emphasize respect and consideration when referring to board members, staff, and other presenters. You have a total of 3 minutes to share your comments. Please begin by sharing your name and spelling your last name for the record. During the first 2 minutes of your testimony, a green light will appear. When you have 1 minute remaining, a yellow light will go on, and when your time is up, the red light will go on and a buzzer will sound. We respectfully ask you that you conclude your comments at that time. We sincerely appreciate your input and thank you in advance for your cooperation.
There's no objection to seat, is there?
I don't think so, but you want to go ahead and sit down and that way, you both can.
You should stick, right? Okay. Well, my name is Ron Johnson, and my last name is Johnsson, and I'm among a group of people tonight who are concerned, very concerned, about Planned Parenthood and the partnership that has been forged with the Department of the School District. I'm not one of the people who is involved in very much of the things, except an email letter writing campaign to Trip the Doll, several people, school districts, and also schools. And I got an appointment originally with a school at Madison. It was canceled. Sent back, said you gotta go talk to the district. The district had first told me you go talk to the school, they make the decisions about these programs. And in the process, I wrote probably 30 different letters, copied many of you on the school board about them, trying to get a meeting and talk about mainly the process. How did this get started? Why is there a program in the first place? And if there's a program, you decide there is one, why did you select Planned Parenthood? Were there other people involved, other organizations that you considered? If not, why not? No answers for any of these things whatsoever from anyone. We know what the TOP program is. They kept explaining it, giving me little blurbs and stuff. But I didn't get the feeling that anybody was really interested at all. And I also provided many links of things for school board members and others about Planned Parenthood, what their true agenda is, sexual promiscuity, abortion, birth control, those issues. There's a MAFA documentary program about black genocide in the United States. Nobody would want to listen to it. There's programs that Planned Parenthood has on their websites, Take Care down there, very sexually explicit things on their websites. I asked people to comment on them. Do you know about them? No answers, no replies, no nothing. That came about, we found out about the program actually being initiated is in schools. The 4 schools that were selected are also the 4 schools with the highest minorities population in them, which was a little bit troubling. Is that that's still okay. So all of these things brought up just all kinds of questions. It did not feel, from at least as my individual perspective, that there was much interest at all in sharing any kind of information. We found out about a parent approval form that had to be a form to get into this thing, which the kids take home to the parents and shove it in their face, like a lot of them do. They get paid $5 for it. After they turn that in to Planned Parenthood, then the student is given a sexual survey form, of which I also asked multiple times to get copies of. Nobody says they have it. Nobody says they know anything about it. And that form, when it's filled out, goes back to Planned Parenthood, not the school, not the parents, not anyone. All of these things seem to be troubling aspects of the program. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask folks to hold get applause now, otherwise I'm going to have to cut back on the time that the presenters have.
Madam Superintendent, Chairperson, Mr. Gonzalez, and all the other members of the board, and all the members of the public, thank you so much for being here tonight. In 3 weeks from tonight, around the world, many people will be celebrating the birth of our Savior. Many people have something like this at their house, but it's usually a little bit bigger. But what's so interesting about that day is that the God who created all of us, came and took the form of this little person. It just wasn't a theory. He came, as this little person that we all see here. And it's very unfortunate that every year Planned Parenthood, just in our own country, kills, a third of a million babies just like this. And if you take that with the school population, they kill enough babies every year to fill all of the schools over 7 times. And our school population right now is back down to where it was in 1920. And that just seems like a diametrically opposed of where we're trying to, build up the school population. And at the same time, we're bringing in Planned Parenthood, who isn't about large families, or for that matter, almost any families. And the other reason I bring up the point of the birth of Christ, our Savior, because he came to save all of us and to heal us. And I know that you folks have gotten a lot of information about the disgusting stuff that Planned Parenthood has. If anyone tried to actually read it, you would probably shut us down, which they've done in Salem and in other places. But I think what happens most of the time where people keep propagating that type of behavior to other people is it's something in their own past. And obviously I think some of you have some things we all do, okay? I don't have to say what they are, but I would just encourage you to try to look at those things so you don't have to keep pushing that stuff on other people. And many people who are in their 50s and 60s have run into some troubles, whether it's abortion or promiscuity or pornography. But this is just such a chance to get healed so that filth does not have to be handed on to other people. Thank you, and God bless all you.
Thank you.